Hello, how are you? And, thank you again for clicking on my channel. So, I just recently watched this Apple TV original movie. It's called Outcome. It stars Keanu Reeves, written, directed, probably produced by Jonah Hill. He also is in the movie. Also has Cameron Diaz, Matt Bomer, um, who else? Um, I know Martin Scorsese's in there. David Spade made an appearance. Drew Barrymore had an appearance. Um, you know, a few people here and there. The premise of this movie is it follows a Hollywood star actor named Reef as he is forced to confront his problems and atone for his past after being threatened by a bizarre video footage from his past. This is considered comedy, crime, drama, mystery, and thriller. Um, eh. I'm gonna start with some positives, okay? Keanu Reeves. I don't know what kind of blood he's drinking, if it's vampire blood. I don't know. But I mean, I think he's looking hotter now than he did when he was younger. Cameron Diaz still looks pretty hot. Matt Bomer, I mean, he's cute. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that's all I got as far as positives. This movie is so fucking boring. Like I get the message behind it. I get like where it was going and all that, but whoa, what a miss. What a miss. I mean, he rose from fame because he apparently was on the Tonight Show with Carson and Child Star, right? And then became an adult um, actor, got into drugs and all that stuff, and then got into rehab and became to be a better person, which therefore becomes where you get the atonement from. Um, but I mean, whoa, whoa. No wonder it just went straight to streaming because I can't imagine anybody wanting to go see this. Um, it's just no, no. It is so far a 4.6 rating out of 10. So I don't know if many people's watched this or if many people's heard of it. I only became aware of it because they were promoting it on certain uh, interviews and whatnot. But let's go through some reviews, shall we? So one of them gives it a oh lord, this shit is long as fuck. They literally okay. Look at this shit here. Do you think I want to read all that? Do you think? Um, we ain't gonna read all that. But it's a 5 out of 10. A dramedy with a unique study of the characters who appear alongside Reeves. That sums it up. We ain't gonna read all that. Another one is a 3. Let's see how long this one is. Okay, we can go here. 3 out of 10. Three is generous for its talented cast. I can't believe Keanu and Cameron signed up for this dull, unfunny piece of driven shit. I added that last part. Shit, because that's literally what it is. And that was going to be like kind of what I was thinking about in my head. Like, why would you sign up for something like this? Why? And like, especially for Cameron, because that last movie she was in, which was on Netflix with Jamie Foxx, wasn't that great either. Better than this, but not that great. Anyway, um, still can't understand what the world sees in Jonah Hill. Totally agree with that. As a comedian, actor, writer, and now director, satire falls flat as the cast makes jokes about how outlandishly funny their conversation is, while trying to interject something that hits. A total miss, even as a takeoff on fame. That right there says it all. And I almost forgot about Jonah Hill. That I don't. I hate to say this, and this is kind of a lot of people, especially comedians, when they were on the overweight side, and that's like him. There's Monique. There's so many other people who I don't want to call him a comedian, like a stand-up comedian, but he had his funny moments. But like other people like Monique, um, I don't know, people who what I'm saying, like people who lost weight, and then it's just like they're not as funny as they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Or people have just um like Megan Trainor, right? I'm going somewhere with this. All about that bass, right? She was curvy, you know. And I'm not saying not be healthy. You can be healthy and still have some curves, but it's like you were sending a positive message about um being who you are, being, loving yourself, all that kind of shit. And then now all of a sudden you care about how you look. Is that what happened? Did you now all of a sudden want to like lose weight and look like a fucking twig? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Jonah Hill lost an immense amount of weight, and one, he looks ridiculous, and then two, he's not all that funny. So, I don't know. You might need to stick with one lane, and maybe acting might be it. I don't know. I mean, maybe writing, but this one didn't hit. It did not. Um, this other one didn't give a rating, but says what an unwatchable disaster. And at first, I thought it was just me because sometimes I get sidetracked and I'm like on my phone and not paying any attention to what I just put on the TV, especially if I've already watched it. And some, a lot of people tend to put something in the background just as background noise. But put this on, I'm like let's see what it's all about, right? Right. And I'm like looking at it, watching it, really trying to pay attention to it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this? So, this one was from the 11th. So as I'm saying, I'm just not watching this movie because I mean, I'm like, you can watch it anytime. It's not like it's a must see. No, I'm really saying you don't need to watch it unless you just choose to. That's upon you. You do you, boo. Okay. Excuse me. So this is the problem with made for streaming movies. They have money, our subscription money, that is, to spend, and they're going to figure out a way to spend it. My wife and I settled in to enjoy it, but after 10 minutes, she stormed away. I don't want to watch this. Then at 12 minutes mark, I came here to write my review. Maybe it will save a few others from wasting their time. But the first 2 minutes or so are cute. A young boy representing Reef Hawk uh, is depicted dancing and singing on the old Johnny Carson show. but as soon as it switches to the modern time, it goes way downhill, to me, unwatchable. I really like Keanu Reeves. He is a good in almost everything. Here, he is the adult Reef Hawk needing to deal with some professional publicity issues, but the script is overly dirty and graphic. The things that are saying are not entertaining, but just big. I'm sorry, just a big turnoff. Juvenile might be the best way to describe it. To me, watching this is just a waste of time, especially with so many options. Another true review. Um, let's see. Should I do one more? Should I do one more? This one gives it a 4. We'll see. Okay, yeah, all right. 4 out of 10. Tiresome, as they say. After the success of the studio, Apple will probably green light a whole load of more of these um, thinly comedic projects with filmmakers make films about actors re-examining their public image in the midst of personal crisis until the audience reactions tell them to please stop doing this. Keanu gives an interesting performance as an alternative universe version of himself, but Jonah Hill should have concentrated on his work behind the camera rather than adding a misjudged comic turn. While you're the director, no one can tell you you're stinking up the screen. Everyone else is wasted, as will you, as your time be if you watch it. Um, Basically saying like you didn't add anything to it, and I totally agree with that. Uh, this one, I don't know if I can go that far of a rating, but 6 out of 10. That seems like you didn't mind watching it to me. Keanu seems sincere in his interactions with Scorsese. Were highlights. Jonah Hill seems off and brings the movie to a halt whenever he's on screen. The themes are not deep and have been explored somewhere more effectively. You can watch it while scrolling and not miss much. I find it strange that Apple's series are often great, but Apple movies are generally weak. In one word, meh. Um, I would also agree with that. I don't. I'm trying to remember if I liked any of the Apple movies, and probably not. Now that I'm thinking about it, most of the TV series are actually pretty good. So maybe yeah, maybe they should focus more on the TV shows than the movies because that's so far not working for them. Um, so for me, I'm just gonna say, uh, if anything, at 3 to a 4 out of 10. That's my rating. And honestly, if you don't feel like you need to watch it, don't watch it. It's you're not doing a disservice if you don't choose to. Um, and as other people stated, or one person stated, you have plenty of options as far as stuff to watch. Sometimes I say that to myself, to where I'm just like, there's not much to watch, but then really there is. I'm just like being a fucking dumbass, and just, like I go down a rabbit hole of like watching old shit rather than trying to find something new. But that's just me. That's just me, you know. Anyway, that's my review on that disastrous type movie. Yeah, if you don't feel like you want to waste any time, don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, that's all I got, and I hope to see you again. Please um, click the subscribe button and see you next time.